Hello everybody, and welcome to another Kana vlog. Today we are at the Minnesota Street Project Art Gallery, and I was honestly confused about this because I learned that it's on Minnesota Street in San Francisco and not Minnesota. So it was a little confusing, but we got it all clarified. This is a two-story art gallery that has free admission and is open on Tuesdays through Saturdays from 11 to 6 p.m. So if you guys wanted to check it out, it's open to the public. This was all the way back in October of last year, but I would consider this to be more of an extension of the Art of Manga exhibit, and it had some extra pieces from the exhibit and ran for only a limited time. So lucky for me, I was able to catch it right before it went away. To start off the tour, we have Jojo's Bizarre Adventure Lenticular Art. These were a series of 3D art panels from each of the Jojo protagonists, ranging from part 1 all the way to part 9. My favorite one of these is probably Giorno Giovanna from part 5 because of Golden Experience Requiem, and just the angles that you get with it is really cool. Next, we have another artist from the Art of Manga exhibit, Tanaami Keichi. There were a series of tents and kimonos that had the similar glitched art style that we saw at the end of the DeYoung exhibit. And they also had a movie playing from Tanaami Keichi, playing in a theater close by, which was also free admission. Heading upstairs now, we have Judd Bergeron, After Context. This gallery has a mix of physical sculptures that you can see through and individual pieces that when you put them all together create a bigger, different piece. Next up was Daido Moriyama with his exhibit Dog and Man Photos. These photos depict everyday life in Japan and are all different perspectives. This shows off kind of a gritty street life of urban Japan and also a dog. Moving on to a thing gallery by Brass and Reiner called Paintings in the Hallway. It was just a quick, cool hallway art room, and it had very unique and different themes for each one of the pieces. So the most educational exhibit for me was Bill Kane Light Bodies Lenticular Art. Now, the curator was actually there and came up to me and told me about how lenticular art works and just a quick explanation of how it works. So there is a lens that is placed on top of an image that has two different images printed into small strips or shreds and lines that are spaced in a specific way. When you add a glass panel over it that has these little jagged edges on it, it only shows one of the images and hides the other. This is how it works at a 45-degree angle and shows you two different images, as you see with these examples. This is exactly how the Jojo pieces from earlier work, and if you guys want to see it for yourself, Nana Book 2, the 25th anniversary edition cover from Crunchyroll, actually comes with a lenticular art print that has the same style as these. After that quick lesson, we went over to Oliver Lee Jackson's painting and sculptures. Unfortunately, I caught this one at the end of their closing time, so I wasn't able to explore for too long, but all the pieces were super unique and interesting. Across the hall, we ended up making our way over to Soft Spaces for Hard Times, which is a community quilt. This was a collaborative effort that lets students work together on one giant piece. Each square on this big quilt here is done by a different student and then put all together. This created an overall unique concept, but also the sense of unity. And to wrap up our exhibit, we ended up going back downstairs to check out the Lithograph stone plates by Hirohiko Araki. So on top of the lenticular art, there were also these stone plates that were around the rooms that displayed characters from Jojo's Bizarre Adventure. These are stone slabs that Araki drew on and were used to print art onto other pieces, usually paper. These are the most unique pieces by Araki that were here and a great extension of the Art of Manga Museum. It was also really great to see Araki explore with another medium. Usually we only see him work with ink and paper, but being able to extend himself out to try writing on a stone plate is kind of cool. So if you guys want to check out the Minnesota Street Project, it is a great place to go if you guys are looking for community-driven art galleries that have free admission. If you are looking for a specific exhibit, make sure to check in on their website to see if there's any descriptions, or if you guys are looking for a specific one, if it's even open or available. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick tour of the Minnesota Street Project, and I will see you guys on the next one. See ya.